She said I was too sensitive when I asked why her Instagram bio still said single. She said, "Relax, it gets me more likes." So I reposted one of our engagement photos with a caption, "She's single now," then logged off. 83 missed calls. She can explain the comments herself. I never thought I'd be the guy posting relationship drama on Reddit, but here we are. They say hindsight is 20/20, and looking back, the red flags were waving frantically in my face while I stood there admiring the pretty color. I met Olivia at a mutual friend's birthday party 3 years ago. She was stunning, tall, confident, with this magnetic energy that pulled everyone into her orbit. We hit it off immediately, exchanging numbers that night and texting until sunrise. Our first date stretched into a 12-hour adventure across the city, and by the end of the month, we were officially together. Olivia was an aspiring fashion influencer with a modest but growing Instagram following, around 15K when we met. She posted daily outfit photos, affiliate links, and the occasional glimpse into her personal life. I didn't mind being featured in her posts. I was proud to be with her and happy to support her ambitions. Fast forward to 6 months ago. After 2.5 years together, I proposed during a weekend trip to the coast. It wasn't an elaborate production, just the two of us on an empty beach at sunset. She said yes immediately, tears streaming down her face as I slid the ring onto her finger. It was perfect. She even had a stranger nearby take photos of the moment, which I thought was sweet at the time. Looking back, I should have realized she'd already spotted the perfect backdrop for her Instagram post. The engagement announcement got more likes than anything she'd ever posted, nearly 30K. Her follower count jumped by several thousand overnight. Suddenly, she was fielding partnership offers from bridal boutiques, jewelry stores, and wedding planners, eager to be part of our journey. Our relationship had always had a public component through her social media, but things shifted after the proposal. The authentic moments became staged. Private conversations became content planning sessions. Everything needed to be documented, filtered, and shared. Still, I adjusted. This was her career, after all. If posting about wedding planning and engagement bliss helped her build her platform, I was on board. Until I noticed something peculiar about a month ago. Her Instagram bio still said single. At first, I thought it was an oversight. People get busy, forget to update things. When I pointed it out, I expected her to laugh it off and change it. "Oh," she said, barely looking up from her phone. "Yeah, I know." "You know? So, are you going to change it? We've been engaged for 5 months. She sighed, the kind of sigh you give a child asking too many questions. "It's not a big deal. The single thing is part of my brand. My followers respond to it." I sat with that for a moment. "But you're not single. You're engaged to me. It feels weird that you're still presenting yourself as single online." "You're being too sensitive," she said, finally looking up at me with that expression she gets when she thinks I'm being ridiculous. "Relax. It gets me more likes. Guys are more likely to engage with content if they think they have a chance." "Have a chance with my fiancé?" I asked, trying to keep my tone light despite the knot forming in my stomach. "It's not like I'm actually entertaining other options," she said, already returning her attention to her phone. "It's just social media strategy. It's not real life." But it felt real to me. The thought of Olivia deliberately misleading her followers, encouraging other men to engage with her content by dangling the possibility she was available, made me deeply uncomfortable. It wasn't jealousy. It was about honesty, about respect, about whether our engagement meant the same thing to both of us. I tried bringing it up again a week later after giving myself time to process. Her reaction was worse. "Why are you so insecure?" she snapped. "This is literally my job. Do you want me to sacrifice my engagement rate because you're feeling territorial? It's not like I'm hiding you. I post about you all the time." That was true. I appeared regularly in her content, the boyfriend in her captions, despite the ring clearly visible on her finger in many photos. Her followers would comment things like, "Girl, lock him down," and "When's he gonna put a ring on it?" And she'd respond with coy comments or, "A girl can dream," never correcting them, never acknowledging we were already engaged. It bothered me, but I tried to see it from her perspective. Social media was how she made her living. Maybe I was being old-fashioned. Maybe this was just how the influencer world worked. Then came last weekend. We were at a rooftop bar celebrating a friend's promotion. Olivia was taking photos of everything: the drinks, the skyline, the group. Standard procedure. I noticed she was typing more than usual, so I glanced over just as she was responding to a DM from someone named Brandon. Brandon, when are you finally going to let me take you out? I promise it'll be worth your while. Haha, maybe someday. Life's complicated right now, but never say never. She noticed me reading over her shoulder and quickly locked her phone. Who's Brandon? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. Just a follower, she said dismissively. He comments on everything I post. And you tell him never say never about going out with him? She rolled her eyes. It's called engagement, babe. I'm keeping the conversation going. It's harmless. It doesn't feel harmless to me, I said quietly, aware of our friends nearby. It feels like you're leading him on. Does he know you're engaged? Can we not do this here? She hissed. You're making a scene over nothing. We finished the night in tense silence. On the ride home, I tried again. I just don't understand why you'd encourage some guy to think he has a chance with you. We're getting married in 8 months. Oh my God, she groaned. It's not that serious. It's just how you keep followers interested. You don't actually give them what they want. You just make them think they might get it someday. So you're using the possibility of dating you to keep men following you, even though you're not available? Everyone does it, she insisted. It's basically industry standard. Why are you being such a baby about this? A baby. Too sensitive, insecure, territorial. The pattern was clear, and something inside me finally snapped. You know what? You're right. It's not a big deal, I said, suddenly calm. She looked surprised, then relieved. Exactly. I'm glad you're finally seeing reason. The next morning, I made breakfast as usual, kissed her goodbye as she left for a photo shoot. Then I sat down with my phone and opened Instagram for the first time in weeks. I'm not big on social media. My account was mostly dormant, a few photos from trips, the occasional milestone. The last thing I'd posted was 8 months ago. I navigated to the photos Olivia had tagged me in and found one of our engagement photos. It was a beautiful shot. Olivia looking radiant, the ring prominently displayed, both of us beaming with genuine happiness. I downloaded it, then posted it to my own account with a simple caption. After much reflection, she's single now. Wish her well on her journey. Then I turned off notifications, logged out of the app, and went for a long drive along the coast. I needed space to think, to breathe, to process the decision I'd just made very publicly. When I returned home 6 hours later, Olivia's things were gone. In their place was a tornado of missed communications. 83 missed calls, 107 text messages, dozens of voicemails. From Olivia, what the actual fuck? Call me right now. You can't break up with me on Instagram. Answer your phone. I'm serious, this isn't funny. My comments are blowing up. Fix this now. From mutual friends. Dude, what's going on? Olivia's freaking out. Are you okay? This seems out of character for you. Did your account get hacked? From Olivia's sister. I get it, but maybe this wasn't the best way to handle things. From my brother. Finally, she never deserved you. I scrolled through the messages, then checked Instagram. My post had somehow caught fire within our extended social circle and then beyond. Not truly viral by internet standards, but certainly more attention than my account had ever received. Nearly 5,000 likes. Hundreds of comments. The algorithm had apparently pushed it to people who followed Olivia, then to their followers, creating a ripple effect of interest. Some supporting me, some calling me petty, many asking for details. Olivia had already posted a teary-eyed selfie with a lengthy caption about how sometimes people reveal who they truly are, and how she was blindsided by my immature and vindictive behavior. The victim narrative was in full swing. What she couldn't control were the comments on her post. People were flooding her page with screenshots of her single bio, asking if it was true she'd been misleading her followers about her relationship status. Others were tagging men who'd been actively flirting in her comments for months, asking if they knew she'd been engaged the whole time. The empire of half-truths she'd built was crumbling under the weight of reality. I didn't engage with any of it. Instead, I texted her once. I've been trying to talk to you about this for weeks. You called me too sensitive, insecure. A baby. I simply took you at your word. You said presenting as single was important for your brand. Now you truly are single, so there's no more conflict. I'll have the rest of my things out by tomorrow. You can explain the comments yourself. Then I blocked her number and checked into a hotel. I'd actually been preparing for this possibility for a couple of weeks. After our first major argument about her single bio, I'd quietly started looking at month-to-month rentals, sensing our relationship was heading toward an impasse. I'd found a place the previous week but hadn't signed the paperwork yet, hoping we could still work things out. The morning after my Instagram post, I called the property manager and finalized the arrangement, able to move in immediately. The next day, I enlisted my brother to help me move my essential belongings out of my apartment. Though the lease was in my name, I couldn't bear to stay there with all the memories. Olivia was nowhere to be found during the move, probably staying with friends, crafting her next content strategy around being the wounded party in a public breakup. It's been 2 weeks now. My post and subsequent disappearance from social media apparently generated enough interest that Olivia gained another 10K followers. She's pivoted her content to focus on healing after betrayal and signs your partner isn't who you thought they were. The engagement ring is gone from her photos, replaced by crystal healing sessions and journaling spreads. Her bio still says single, but now it's accurate. I've received a few emails from her. I'd forgotten to block her email address in the chaos of everything else. They've evolved from furious to pleading to philosophical. The latest one included this line: I see now that I was taking you for granted, that I was treating our relationship as content rather than a commitment. Too little, too late. I've done a lot of reflecting these past 2 weeks. Could I have handled things differently? Probably. Breaking up via Instagram wasn't my proudest moment, but after months of having my concerns dismissed, of being told I was too sensitive for wanting my fiancé to acknowledge our engagement publicly, something just broke inside me. Some mutual friends have fallen away, seeing me as the villain in this story. Others have reached out privately to say they'd noticed Olivia's behavior too, but hadn't wanted to get involved. My brother, always skeptical of Olivia's authenticity, has been my rock through all of this. Yesterday, I deleted my Instagram account entirely. I don't need or want that window into Olivia's world anymore. The algorithms kept showing me her content, despite my efforts to avoid it, each post a fresh twist of the knife as she rewrote our history for public consumption. The ring I saved for months to buy is currently sitting in a safe deposit box. I'll sell it eventually, once the emotions aren't so raw. For now, it's a reminder that some things should remain private, sacred, real. As for Olivia, I wish her well with her growing platform. I hope the likes and engagement are worth it. I hope the followers who think they have a chance with her bring her the validation she couldn't get from someone who actually loved her. Because that's what this all comes down to, isn't it? What's real and what's performance? What matters and what doesn't? I wanted a partner who valued our relationship more than her online persona. She wanted an audience more than she wanted me. In the end, we both got what we wanted. She's free to be single without any pesky reality contradicting her brand. And I'm free to find someone who doesn't think my feelings are an inconvenience to their social media strategy. Edit. I didn't expect this post to get so much attention. To those asking if she's reached out since, yes, but I'm maintaining the boundaries I've set. To those saying I was petty for the public breakup, you're probably right, but sometimes petty feels a lot like self-respect when you've been gaslit for months. Edit 2. For those wondering about the living situation, the apartment was mine originally. She moved in with me about a year into our relationship, but her name was never on the lease. I've since moved out anyway because the place has too many memories. Edit 3. Several people have asked if I think social media ruined our relationship. No, I don't. Social media just revealed who she already was. The person prioritizing likes over honesty, engagement over respect. That was always her. I just didn't want to see it. Edit 4. Final update. It's been a month now. I'm doing better than expected. Started therapy to process everything and make sure I don't carry this baggage into future relationships. Olivia has apparently rebranded as a breakup recovery coach and is selling a course on turning heartbreak into opportunity. At least she's consistent.